Hello students, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be continuing on the topic of government. Specifically though, we will be looking at some terms relating to the topic and their meanings. We will also be looking at why is government important. So sit back, get your book, get your pens, because this will be a very informative video. So the first term that we need to know is election. What does the term election means? Well, election is a process by which voters can express their political preferences for a candidate running for a public office or for public policy concerns in a formal election process. This is achieved by electing a candidate for office using the votes of those who are eligible to vote. Our next term, government. Government represents a form of social control wherein one group in society has the authority to enact and uphold laws. This degree of influence over society and whether authority is held by one individual, a small number, or a majority serve to distinguish governments. Political party. A political party is a political organization that prepares candidates to run for elected positions in a country. So, party members that are part of a political party often share the same political views, ideologies, or political objectives. Our next term, candidate. A candidate is a person running or being selected for a government or public position. A constituency is a geographical specific area where voters choose one or more representatives to serve in a legislative body like the parliament. I know that in Jamaica, for example, we have 14 parishes with 63 constituencies, right? So these constituencies, they choose a political representative that will be representing them or serving them in government. Our next term, electorate. This is all voters over the age of 18 years old who are eligible to vote in an election. And our next term is representative. Who is a representative? Well, if you're thinking an individual who is elected by voters to represent them in government, you are definitely correct. Now, floating voter. Who is a floating voter? Well, this is a voter who have not yet decided which political party they will be voting for come election day, right? Or they have not continuously voted for the same political party whenever an election is being held, right? So if you are an electorate and you are not sure, you are kind of, even if you should vote for this party or if you should vote for this party, you are considered to be a floating voter. You have not yet decided which party you will be voting for on election day. Our next term is franchise. This is a simple definition. Once you hear the term franchise throughout this topic, government, you know that we are talking about the right to vote. And before we look at our next term, which will be manifesto, I want you to think about this term, manifesto. And I'm going to give you a few seconds to write the definition for the term manifesto in your notebook. Now, while you are writing your definition for the term manifesto, I want to thank all of my subscribers for your continuous support in helping my channel to reach students all over the Caribbean who will be sitting their Csec examination. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you love this video, and you believe that my videos will assist you greatly in your preparation for your Csec Social Studies examination, I want you to hit that subscribe button. like and share this channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Griffith Csec Social Studies class. All right, and please remember to turn on that notification bell that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified immediately. All right, so are you ready? What does the term manifesto means? Well, if you are thinking a political parties or a candidate's public statement outlining their goals, policies, principles before an election is held, you are definitely correct. So it's like a document, right, that political parties put together. So they will have a specific day where their followers will gather, right? So the persons who are voting for that party, or if you're not voting for that party, you'll gather at a particular location. On that day, the leader of the political party or a member of the political party will be presenting to the electorate their manifesto, right? They will be telling the electorate, convincing them why they should vote for this political party, why they should vote for this candidate coming election, right? So they'll be sharing their ideologies. They will share their goals. What are they going to do for the country, for the electorates, for their constituencies, if they are given a chance to become the government? They'll be sharing their policies and the principles of that political party, right? So for that document, we call it a manifesto. So if that is your answer, you are definitely correct. Our next term is ballot. What is a ballot? This is a paper given to electorates on election day to secretly cast their vote for the party of their choice or the candidate of their choice. So if you have ever seen a ballot paper before on election day, right? This is a paper that is presented to voters. On the ballot paper, it will be showing the different political parties or the candidates that the electorates can vote for. Most time on the ballot paper, they will ask the electorates to mark a particular symbol for the party of their choice or the candidate of their choice. For example, mark a X beside the party that you'll be voting for, right? So that's the ballot. Our next term is on parliament. I know that this term may be new to a lot of persons, and you may be wondering, what does the term on parliament means? Well, if you're thinking that on parliament, right, is a government system. In this government system, there is no single political party, right? So no single political party in an parliament holds enough seats or holds majority of the seats in parliament to form a government or to have total control of the government, right? So in some political systems like the democratic system where an election is held every 5 years, the party that gets the most votes eventually comes out as the winning party and will form the government because they got majority of the seats or majority of the votes, right? And the losing party will form the opposition. But in a parliament government system, no one party holds majority of the seats, right? So no one or no single political party gets a chance to have total control of the government. And we refer to that as on parliament. And we are going down very nicely. Our next term is coalition government. And this is a government system where no one political party is able to secure a majority of seats in parliament, right? And the opposition or the opposing parties instead agree to cooperate. So in this government system, no one political party is able to secure all the majority of seats to form the government, right? So instead, what happens? All the opposing parties or all the parties that contest the election, they come together and they agree that we are going to work together, we are going to cooperate, we're going to all be the government in order for the country to progress. And usually this will happen in certain situations. For example, if there is a war going on, all the parties may decide to cooperate, to work together as a government in order to regain order in the country where the war is happening. So that's an example of coalition government. Now, why do you think that government is important? After going through all those nice terms and their meanings, and I'm sure that majority of them you have heard before, why do you think that a country needs government? Well, for sure, one, rules and laws are important to all country, all the people in a country, right? And it is impossible for all the citizens of a country to spend their time making laws. It is very much impossible, right? So instead, a group of people is elected and we call those group of people government to make the rules and the laws of a country. Can you imagine if all the citizens of a country should make a law for that country? Oh my God, there'll be so much chaos and confusion. So, in order to prevent all of that, a group of people is elected on election day to do so for us. Another reason why government is important, a group of people working together is better able to accomplish, get more jobs done than one person. It is impossible. We know that it can be very challenging to run a country, right? And sometimes there are millions of people, citizens living in one country. Can you imagine one person taking on all that responsibility to run a country? It would not work, right? So instead, a group of persons, a group of leaders, a group of persons who we believe are qualified to do so is elected to run the country. And finally, another reason why government is important in a country, every people needs progression, right? And progression should come with order. There should be no chaos. There, sometimes we have people in a country living in fear because of crime and violence, because of war, etc. So choosing a government and entrusting these people with the power to make and maintain laws will definitely help to ensure that order is stabilized, that order is maintained in any country. All right. I know that there are many reasons. Maybe you can think of other reasons why government is important. Over these are just few reasons that I have come up with. Please remember if you love this video, and I know you do, because these videos will help you definitely in preparing for your social studies examination. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this channel so that it can reach a large amount of students all over the Caribbean will be sitting their examinations. All right, students, and please remember to support the channel also by watching the videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you in another video.